we have done singular number, plural number. Now, in this exercise, in the sentence, if there is a singular number, you change it when you write the plural form. So, I'll give you singular number, singular sentences, we will change into plural. Okay? And that will give some practice for us. So, the words that we have already learned, we'll put into practice now. Okay? Changing from singular to plural. Changing from singular to plural. So, the first sentence I have here is, that boy, works hard. That is singular. That boy works hard. You have to change that singular into plural form. Okay? Now, I'll give you some more sentences. Then we will write down the plural of that. Okay? The child's foot was injured. The child's foot was injured. Next I have here, the woman goes to her work. The woman goes to her work. Next, the bird lives in its nest. The bird lives in its nest. Then, this man has done his work. This man has done his work. This man has done his work. And then we have one more here. A fox has a tail. A fox has a tail. Okay? Now, what I have done here is all singular. We have to change this singular. That boy works hard. I've given you that boy works hard. So now we are going to change it into plural form. The boy will become boys. That will become those. And you said that boy is one boy. Those boys, many. So we are changing into plural form. So you'll say those boys. Okay, we are changing that. Those boys work hard. That remain. When you say boys, you do not write works, work hard. Those boys work hard. When you are changing the singular number to plural. it is in the singular form, one boy, so the verb you say works, plural, works hard. When there are many boys, they work hard. Work, you don't say works, because this is already plural, so the verb remains singular. That we must remember. Second one, so you have the boy works hard, those boys work hard. The change, you got to be very, very clear. The child's foot was injured. The child's, that is one child. Then you will say, change that into the children's foot will become feet. The children's feet were, because there are many, were injured. So we are changing child into children, foot into feet, was into were. You have to be very, very clear, very, very precise how you do it. Singular, the child's foot, one child, foot, one leg. Was. When it comes to many children, then you say feet and were. So the verb changes. Okay? Look at every time you go into plural, the verb changes. Singular, it will be plural verb. When you go to plural, singular. But it depends. Okay, now, here we said the child's foot was injured. We will say the children's feet, the children. The children's feet. There it is only a child. The children's feet. So we're making change on the child and the foot. Now it is, you cannot say the children's feet was injured. No, the children's feet were injured. Okay? Were injured. It's easy. All you have to do, say loud, read loud. You listen to what you say, what you read. You cannot make a mistake. The third one is the woman goes to her work. It's one lady. Woman goes to her work. Goes. You cannot say the woman go to her work. Goes. The woman goes. So what changes do we make here? Women. The woman becomes women, and then when there are many, then you say go. One woman goes, women go. So the answer is the women go to their work. Women go to their work. Okay? The woman goes to her work. The women go to their work. When you're changing from singular to plural, just be a bit careful. Now the fourth sentence we have here is the bird lives. One bird. The bird lives in its nest. So when there are many, you say the birds live, no S, in their, because there are many birds. Here one bird lives in its nest. Many, you will say the birds live in their nest. Okay, each bird separately. So the answer is the birds live in their nest. See? The birds live. Bird lives. Now, fifth one we have is this man has done his work. This man has done his work. The man becomes, we have to change to plural number men. Then you will say these men. What will you say? These men has will become have. This man has. When it is many, you will say these or those men have. Okay? So, those men have done his work, their work. When you are changing, read aloud, say aloud, you cannot make a mistake. Here, this man. So, you will say those men, those, this, those men. Or you can say these men. These men. Changing man into those. These men have done. Has done becomes have done. These men have done their work. They have done their work. Okay, let's look at it again. This man has done his work. Then you will say, these men have done their work. All these men. So you have changed man into men. For many, you will say have. And because there are many, you will say there. And the fifth one we have, sixth one is, a fox has a tail. So you have to change the fox, many. Okay, and one means tail, then it will be tail. So, how do we change that? You will say fox, you will say foxes. You will say foxes. That's the change we are making. Foxes have, here you have, one fox has a tail. So, foxes have. You cannot say one tail, there are many. So, you will say have tails. You will put an S there. Okay. Let's look at all what we have done here. Changing from singular to plural. It's very tricky. You got to be slow. You got to think what you do. Read aloud. That boy works hard. Boy works. Those boys work hard. Those boys work hard. Here, singular, so works. Now, singular number. For one, you will add to the verb s. In the case of has, singular. In plural, you have. You must remember that. Okay? They have. These men have. He has. Man has. She. Remember that. Now, second one. The child's foot was injured. You are talking about the child. Plural number. Children. Foot becomes feet. And one child, so was. Many children, so were. The children's feet were injured. And the third one we have is, the woman goes to her work. That's one woman. One woman, so one person goes. The verb is goes to her work. When you change the woman into women, the women go to their work. Here it is her work because it is many, their work. And the next we have here is, the bird lives. One bird. Bird lives in its nest. Now you have to change the bird into bird. The birds live in their nest. And finally you have, a fox has a tail. But foxes have tails. Singular you use has. In plural you have. You use have. See here you have used have. Here you used have. Now, whenever we may know how to change bird into birds, woman into women, child into children, fox into foxes, but then changing the verb. Not only change the men, but also when you consider men, there. So, we have to be very careful when we are changing not only the number, but the verb also has to be taken care of. All you need to do is read aloud. Then you hear your mistake yourself. But practice. Every sentence you read, say loud, write, practice makes perfect.